Hey guys, Mark here, and I wanted to put together a short video answering some of these questions that I've been getting over the past few months. Some of them are repeat questions, so I thought I'd make a video in case one of you guys had similar questions. Now, before I get started, I just want to put out a quick disclaimer. All trading is risky. Um, do your own research and make sure you're only willing to invest money that you can afford to lose. I am not giving you any financial advice, and everything I post in my videos are for educational purposes only. Okay, so let's get started. The very first thing I wanted to answer was that, and by the way, before I get into the questions, I just remembered I do have another video coming out with a strategy, an hourly strategy. So some of you guys asked me for that on Telegram, and if you don't have me on Telegram, you can add me. My Telegram will be in the description. Now, I do get a lot of questions about do I have other strategies? Can I share some other techniques to trade NADEX? And I will share. Nothing is perfect, you know. I don't have any 100% winning strategies. And some of these strategies require you to be patient and also do your own research, you know. Um, further, any further questions you can ask me in Telegram about those strategies. I will be popping up the videos in a couple, maybe days to a week or something like that. So let's get straight into the questions. The very first question I'm going to start off with is the most important question, because I've actually gotten this question. I've seen it more in my Telegram messages than any other question. And most people ask me, is NADEX legit? Now, no more people will beat around the bush and make a 30-minute long video just to end up telling you yes or something like that. So I'll just tell you, yes, it is legit. It's regulated. They're a very good platform, and I mean, you can make money if you know how to trade. Now, as far as them paying you, they will pay you. You know, they are regulated, so they will pay you. And I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just talking from experience. Okay? So yes, NADEX is legit. They're regulated. They do pay out withdrawals, and you won't have any problems with them. Now, that does not mean it's gonna be easy to make money, which is the next question I've always gotten. Is it easy to make money on NADEX versus maybe regular trading or something, like regular options trading or Forex trading? And no, it's not easy to make money in any type of trading. And I know a lot of people won't like to hear that because everybody wants to make fast money. But trading does take dedication, and it does take time. You know, I have my NADEX charts open right now, and most beginners will understand what these are, right? But even with charts like these, you can't formulate a strategy without a lot of research and practice and just chart time, you know? Everything takes practice. To get good at something, you're gonna have to practice, and that's why they have demo accounts. Right now, I'm logged into my live. I should be logged into my demo account because um, I always make my videos on demo just because I encourage people to always practice before they get in anything into live. Most people on YouTube will criticize you for trading on demo, and they're like, "Oh, you're a demo warrior" or something like that. But I'm here to tell you that that doesn't matter. What other people think about your trading does not matter. What matters is you making money. Let go of your ego. Stop thinking you need to show off profits. You need to show stuff off to other people to be, accepted. Just do your practice on demo. If you study on demo first, and then you go on live and you start making, maybe even, let's say you start making like $50 profit a day or $10 profit a day, versus someone who just went straight on live and lost 3 grand. You're way ahead of the curve, because they're still losing money and they're talking trash to you about, on YouTube, or like even if you leave a comment asking about demo, people will like criticize you for it. Don't worry about it. Just focus on yourself and practice. Practice will make you a better trader. Another thing I want to talk about before I get into my next question is this right here. Do you see this spread right here? Someone asked me about this spread, and the question was something like, uh, is it hard to exit trades on NADEX once you're in? And I'd say yes. The reason why I say yes, it is hard, and this is why some people think it's a scam, is because of this spread right here. Look at the spread. It's about a $10 spread. So if you were selling at 18, You couldn't get out of this trade at 18 right now, even though it hasn't moved much. The reason for this being is because you would have to buy it back at 28. So you'd be losing $10 if you were to just accidentally get into this trade and you wanted to get out. Now that's the problem, because some options broker, like actually options, vanilla options as they call them, you might be able to get out of this at $19 or even $18, so you lose cents to a dollar. But on NADEX, it is harder to get out of trades because of the spread. And I assume the spread is high because there's not much liquidity going on right there. The liquidity provider is not, they don't have a lot of liquid on it because, as you know, NADEX has thousands of traders, but not all thousands are trading at the same time. So the spread is a bit high, but that does not mean they're scammers. Now, the next question I got was, is trading NADEX easier than Forex? In a sense of like, is it easier to understand how to trade on NADEX than MT4? And the answer is yes. That's a yes because MT4 might seem a little bit complicated because in NADEX and options in general have what you call expiry, where they will expire at a certain time. Okay? So if you took this trade right here, this expires in 20 minutes because the time right now is 6:41 and it's 7 a.m. expiry. So all you do is either you buy it or sell it, and at expiry you're gonna make money or lose money. And the amount you win or lose will be based on how much contracts you put in, because if you bought, let's say, at 25 and you bought one contract, so the maximum you're going to lose is $25. Okay? So on regular Forex, on MT4 Forex, if you were to buy it, there is no expiry, and also you could lose more than $25 unless you put a stop loss at $25. So it's a bit more complicated in the sense that for beginners, it would be easier to understand NADEX than it would be to understand regular Forex. Okay? Now, can you make a living from trading? This should have been my first question because it's the most interesting one that I get. And I'm going to have to say, yes, you can, but the average person cannot. Okay? The reason why is because any average Joe would not have the extensive knowledge in trading to be able to make a living from it. However, they can make money and profit. If you're really studying hard, or not even studying hard, but if you get a good strategy and you're practicing it over and over, and you don't even have to be obsessed with it, you're just doing it every day, you're gonna make money off it. Now, to make a living off it, you probably have to be very, very, very obsessed with trading. Like, you have to be studying it a lot. You always have to prepare your next move. You have to know ahead of time what you're going to win, what you're going to lose, because you're planning ahead. That's why a lot of gurus, and I'm not bashing anyone, but a lot of gurus will tell you need a trading plan, which is true. You do need a trading plan because you need to know what you're doing ahead of time. Okay? You don't just walk into a room without knowing. If you're going to an appointment, right? You don't just go to the doctors and not know what you're going to ask him. If you're going, for example, your arm is broken or whatever, you don't go in there and not say anything, right? You let them know your arm is broken or whatever it is. So you always have to be prepared. You always have to have a plan, and that's how you're going to make a living from it. Now, in the beginning, I don't advise anybody trying to try and make a living from it. The reason why you don't want to make a living from it is because, say you took a trade right now, okay? Say you bought this at $50, and then it started going down against you. Your emotions, like, let's say you got in right here, right, for a couple hours, and then it went down here. Your emotions would be so high because you would just realize, damn, I'm losing $50 when I need that $50 for a bill. So you might get out and say, well, I might lose $100, so let me just get out a negative 50. And you get out right here because you panicked, because you need that $50, you need that $100 to pay your bills. And then all of a sudden it went back up, and then look what now you would be up, like, let's say you're up $50 now. Well, now you'd be like, I should have just held it. And then what happens is you might get back in, and then it starts going down again, and then you're going to panic, and you're just going to be such an emotional wreck that you will not be able to trade it seriously, because you're too emotional, and you cannot trade for a living if you're too emotional. Okay? And how to stop trading for emotions is, one, to only risk money you can afford to lose. That's why everybody says only put in money you can afford to lose, because you have less emotions with money you can lose. Okay? Now that doesn't mean you gamble it away and you just continue gambling it. The thing is, when you have money you can afford to lose, you're not too emotional with it, and that's a key to trading successfully. You cannot be emotional. And the second thing is, you need to have some sort of other income. Okay? And this is why a lot of these gurus you see make money. They do make money. Okay? They're not scams. They do make money. You see the difference between some gurus, like let's say a millionaire, right? Who actually trades for a living. Now, I'm not talking about people who fake it, or they tell you they trade for a living but they don't. I'm talking about actual people who do trade for a living, and they might have hedge funds, they might have a course or whatever. It's because they still need that extra income flowing in, because the more income you have, the less worried you will be at a losing trade, and the more successful you will be when other trades come in, because in the long run you want to be a successful trader, right? So having another source of income, whether it's a day job, whether you're doing stuff online, or a part-time job, you have enough income to pay your bills, and that way it lessens your stress levels. So when you're trading, you're not too stressed, you're not too emotional, and you're able to make better decisions. It's always about making better decisions, okay? Now, the next question is it hard to scale on NADEX? So let's say you start making money. Is it hard to scale on NADEX? Not really, because you can trade multiple contracts. Okay, so it's not really that hard. Um, if you want to scale up, just scale up your contract sizes. Is vanilla options or NADEX better? Now, I think personally it's just a preference. Vanilla options, they do yield more profit but also more risk, because NADEX is simple, right? You just have a buy or sell, and you're able to understand this, right? Because if it goes against you, you lose the money you put in. If it goes with you, you make the profit, the difference between the $100 and whatever you bought it at. With options, it's a little bit, they have the same scenarios where you could buy, let's say, for $50, but then your profit could be $200, but that's like buying an OTM contract, right? So options, and you could also risk only $50. So that's the thing, like they're kind of similar, but options has way more strategies you can take, because you don't only have to do the buy and sell, like buy calls and puts with options. They have a wider variety, basically. And that's why NADEX is a binary options, right? That's why binary is a key in its name, because they have two options, buying and selling. With regular options, you have buying and selling, you have calls, puts, straddles, strangles. There's a lot of different strategies you take with regular options that you cannot take with NADEX. So that's the difference. And with that being said, it does take a little bit more knowledge to be able to trade. So you don't only need chart knowledge, just like on regular trading. You also need strategy knowledge, knowing when you're gonna enter, let's say, a butterfly or iron condor, or just stuff like that. So it does take a little bit more time, but it can be more profitable. But I would say they're both equally. They're both equally. You could basically, what I'm trying to say is that you could do both, to make money. Um, it's just a preference. As a beginner trader, so this is another question. As a beginner trader, should I trade options, Forex, or NADEX? Now, should you? I don't really know what you should do, because I'm not telling you what to do. But when I started off with NADEX because it's also pretty much simpler to understand. As like I was saying with the options, there's different strategies, and how you execute them is depending on how much money you're gonna make will depend on how you execute the strategy. On NADEX, it's pretty simple. You know, if you're buying at 51, you're gonna make $49. So it's pretty simple. And regular Forex, you have to deal with like stop losses, trailing stops, take profit. So it's like I started off with NADEX, then Forex, then options. But if you strictly wanted to do just the options and NADEX, then I would say NADEX would be simpler to understand than regular options. But you could skip either Forex and NADEX and go straight to regular options. Okay. One of the last questions are, how hard is it to learn NADEX? Now, it's not really that hard, honestly. It's just knowing your charts. You know, if you have a good strategy and you know where to go get in, like if you saw price right here and you saw it going up, and you know your strategy told you to it's gonna keep going up, then you would obviously buy it, right? If your strategy told you it's going to go down, then you would obviously sell it. So if you have a good strategy, it's pretty simple to learn NADEX, to be honest. It's pretty simple to learn anything with options, NADEX, you know, futures, indices, whatever it is. Now, the last question is, what are your premium systems? Now, my premium systems, I've shown them in previous videos, so if you really want to check those out, you could check previous video, the least recent previous videos. I am going to make new videos on it, but the next video I make will be on a new strategy that I'm working on, and I'll let you guys, it will be a free strategy. I'll post it here and you'll be able to follow through and try it out, you know, test it out, whatever you want, and you'll be able to make money on it. Obviously, I would recommend you demo it until you start making money there, and then go live or whatever you choose. Just do your own research. But anyway, new strategy video will be based on hourly expiry, and I will get into that in the next video, so I will let you guys know. But thanks for watching the video, guys. There was not really any like showing off anything right here, but you'll see these EMAs and then in a new video coming up. If you wanted to know what settings there are, 21 and 89. I will show you guys in the next video, and I will be working with you guys to show you a new strategy that you can use to profit on NADEX. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.